Welcome in, collective. I hope you guys are all having a blessed day. Um, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget, don't run and go hot. Don't forget to keep it hating outside. Don't forget it's God who we abide. Don't forget, come on, let's ride. Don't forget, come on, let's slide. Don't forget, come on. Okay, y'all. This reading is, I got some new stuff coming in. So, and I really need to get on it, but I've been dealing with a lot, you guys. So I moved further out, and these were like, this is like a place that back in, many years ago, when me and my ex-husband were together, I always wanted to live in these, and but things have changed. Like, I'm starting to realize, even if the further you move out, like, it's a group of people, homeless people around. It's a group of people that does drugs. They drink. Like, people, they're not just being in no certain area nowadays. They are being all over. So I moved in. For number one, I've been having problems with them and the carpet. It's like the living room. It's like, my neighbor was a police officer, and he moved, and the older lady that lived on the side of me, she said their officer, a police officer that used to live in the back, well, behind me, he moved or whatever. But I always wanted to live, and it seems like one thing that I noticed as well, when I used to be with my ex-husband, I could never get in none of these places that I have gotten to live and move into. It's being just the experience, and I guess God is just allowing me to just see. I'm really just on a journey. Hopefully, I get my money up. I've been having people attack me to do with my money. I had people attack me to do with who I am as a person, starting with my family, and that was them not wanting me to be seen as who I am. And I'll never change that. I've had them say she has a personality disorder. I have never played out acting in different personalities. I have talked in different voices, but you have never seen me act out in different personalities. I play around a lot. I joke around a lot. I can imitate people. I can do different things. And this is something that these people didn't know about me. I ain't never played out in a bunch of different personalities to do with acting out. Like, I'm acting out in different personalities to do with a sickness. No one, I have never did. Now, if you may catch me, and especially when I was younger, if somebody or someone was bothering me or doing something, things could change real quick. I could flip real quick on whomsoever. When I feel that people are taking me for granted, I can flip real quick. If anybody steal from me, I can flip real quick. You will see it on the internet, off the internet, and which some people probably have. Okay. As far as my voice goes, I can speak presentable. I can speak negra, like to do in a ghetto manner, not manner. I can speak properly. I can speak. That's who I am. These people went around lying, acting as though they knew me, even family members when we wasn't even close. These are people I haven't been around for long periods of time, for a long time, like we were young. These people went around telling people because they know I've got on they butts, not general, but if it went that far, I would have, but it was reasoning for everything that these people have done was wrong. If they tell you their side of the story and I tell mine, you'll understand why in those different times I acted as, you know, I did, you know. So anyway, guys, we're going to move it forward, but I moved over here. The most ghetto experience I've ever heard. These are like the projects. Well, I'm hearing from other people they really not. It's a group of family that live behind me on the back side, the other side. I live in a townhome, but it's multiple different, like, one bedrooms, efficiencies, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. They have 2 bedroom townhomes as well that go upstairs and downstairs. They have 3 bedrooms, upstairs, downstairs. I've always wanted to live in these, but when I moved here 3 weeks ago, and I'm not going to even say 3 weeks ago. I'm not going to even say 3 weeks ago that this started occurring. I moved in and I've been having so much problems with them because it's a lot of people got animals over here. They have live-in pets, and you see a lot of couples over here and families, and you see single people that all of them dang near got animals. They exercise, they walk around this property, their life is at peace. For some odd reason, it always have to be a demon on my trail. You know, in my vicinity, it always have to be somebody that think less of themselves, because this is why they be doing it so collective. You could be dealing with outside your peer meter. Like, this could just be in general, which I have those too. It could be on the internet, it could be off, but I just moved here. So, my son took my grandson to a birthday party with his 2 little stepsons the other day. And they scheduled to meet up here at my apartment. And usually my daughter, she pulls in front of a tree that's right center point in front of my house. Not just directly in front, but it's right by the gate that ends for me and the person that would be living, which was the officer next to me in their townhome or whatever. So, this, my daughter pulls up in her car. I'm exercising around the park because I've been doing it every night because, you know, y'all know how it be. It be people sending you, you got to be careful, or even if you're just going through some stuff, you could overeat, overreact, overthink, do a lot of stuff, but it's also a lot of people that are competing with you, that are going, traveling, putting magic on you for you to gain weight. These people want to, they are in some sickening type competition with you so bad that them putting witchcraft on your looks, on it doesn't matter. It's not going to end good, and they won't win. So, God is going to make sure, the universe is going to make sure things will balance themselves out regardless to what, who, why, when, where does, when, where, how. It doesn't matter. It's life, okay? So, anywho, I just moved over here. My daughter parked right there. I'm exercising and I'm way on the other block of the street, but you could see the front of my home from the other side of the park on the other block, the other street, because it's a big park. So I'm over there exercising. I see my daughter come pulling up because my son is telling me that he was going to meet my daughter here to pick up my grandson, that he was dropping him off here or whatever, and that she was coming because she had to go pick up my grandson from somewhere. Another one of my grandsons, she had to go pick him up, and so they would meet here. Immediately, this lady that I've been seeing with her dude walk back and forth to the park, back and forth because it's a store close to here, and I always see them walking or whatever, but I never paid much attention. I just vaguely would see them or whatever and go on about my business. So the lady and this guy was sitting at the park. Immediately as my daughter is coming, the lady was catty-cornered way across the other side of the park, a ways down from where I live at. Here she comes walking in front of my daughter's car, and she starts telling her, I start hearing shouting, you almost hit me when this lady was way down there. She came on purpose. And this lady wanted to start, and I don't know if for days she had been looking at me and she really wanted to start. She didn't know how she was going to start this mess, but she started it. And she goes up to my daughter's car. By that time, I'm hearing screaming and yelling, and I run across the park or whatever. I'm trying to, get to them or whatever, because I see this lady goes up to my daughter's car and she starts punching into my daughter. So my daughter is on FaceTime with my other daughter that have already moved out of this city. And my daughter that's on FaceTime, she see the lady reaching there and go to hit my daughter. So my daughter is telling her, wait a minute. So by this time, the lady then starts slapping my daughter's arm, and my daughter gets out the car pushing the lady, and she's shoving her all the way until they started fighting or whatever. So for a minute or whatever, when they fell or whatever, because my youngest daughter started trying to pull them apart, they fell and the lady ends up on top of my daughter. By this time, I make it across the street and I grab both of them, and both of them is pretty heavy. But I was so upset because black people and black women in general, and then this lady been drinking this big ass old English with a fireball and all of that, and her voice and her just drunk. This lady was drunk fighting, listen. So I'm already pissed at the fact that this lady is some years older than me. And I just go to yanking them apart, getting them up off the ground and just yank them apart. And I grab my daughter's shirt and I shove, and my daughter, she's pretty thick. And I shove her on over and I stop her and get her to the car, and I get this lady and I said, what are you doing? What are you doing? I said, God don't want, this is ignorant. and you're drunk. You're drunk. That's what triggered you to even falsify your exaggeration to even come way down here when you're way over there. You could have walked your mother or whomever or wherever y'all live way on the other side. You could have walked through that breezeway like you usually do. Stay your ass down there where you belong because you got too many demons. What are you doing down here? This lady did all of this on purpose. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She purposely came over here, walked in front of my daughter's car, and my daughter had already parked right there by the tree. And she goes, "You tried to hit me," knowing damn well no one tried to hit her. Her ass belonged way down there. She walked purposely cat a corner over by my daughter's car to start a fight. I believe she was sent by the rest of the devils that's coming. She had been watching me and wanting to start because this lady deals with a lot of insecurities, jealous-hearted, sick-minded, overgrown, drunk. Then I hear that she's on meth. Then she's squatting in an empty apartment back there. Her mother lives here, but this lady is squatting with a man in an empty up. Why would you be up here creating all this chaos in your situation? The reason for why you are is because you mad at your circumstance. You're angry at who you are. You're angry at your life. So you want to cause problems on somebody else's life. So it didn't stop there. She told me that it wasn't, she got angry because I broke them up and I said, "God don't want y'all doing this." I said, "Stop." She told me it was your daughter trying. No, you started that. You started it. The lady came back 3-4 times after the fight, back up around here, back cursing, back doing all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be as grown as she is, in the middle of the night, by this time, it's like 1 a.m., this lady coming back with a truck full of people in front of my apartment. Why would you come to somebody's apartment? I don't play that at all. And I've been lenient with this lady like she's ghetto. You know what I'm saying? I may get vulgar and all that when I'm trying to express, but believe me not, if you see me in person, I am the most peaceful, calm person. And I don't disrespect people, period. I don't do things like this. No. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So this lady came back. So it had earlier that day, the white guy that I know from way on the other side of town, he's been over here waiting on his friends and kind of like staying with a friend here around here somewhere. And he just comes up to me because earlier that day I had been reading over on a bench at the park. And so guy comes up and he starts talking to me and I start telling him about things. And he was like, "It was meant for me to stop and say something to you." He was like, "Because I'm going through some stuff." Woo, woo, woo. So he decided, another little girl shows up and she wants to talk, but she wouldn't tell me her mother's name. And I felt like she was sent. She was sent by the enemy. So I still treated her with love. And she goes, "Do you have something to drink in your house? Do you have," and I'm just like, but she telling me about the lady that started the drama with my daughter. The lady was sitting over there. She was like, "I don't like her like that. This lady is always begging me to buy her cigarettes, buy her beer, buy her all this stuff, buy her something to drink, liquor and all this." And I was like, So she goes on to tell me that she's been hanging with the lady, their family, and the lady then got her in trouble and got her aggravated. The young girl was 20 years old. That the lady then got her into aggravated dispute with somebody and she went to jail and had to sit in there, why would you keep going around somebody that had you fighting? That lady is a hell angel. That lady is a demon. And I can tell this, by the way. So that wasn't enough. Yesterday night, the lady grabs her up 8 more people and comes around here. I'm standing in my yard, in my patio, in my, you know what I'm saying? They rushing her on me. They rushing her on me. I'm on the FaceTime with my daughter. They start stealing off on me. I go to swing and I had my youngest daughter phone in my hand because the night before that, the lady, her phone dropped. I gave her phone when she was tussling and fighting. I gave her phone back to, this wasn't even my fight. It was her and my daughter, and I seen this lady go up to my daughter in her car and hit her first. People is sick. They're sick. So anyway, I get over there. No, I'm not going to escalate the situation, go to trying to fight her because, yeah, she's in my age range and all this and that, because I know how far, and if somebody do enough, I'm going to be trying to off your ass in the means of, yeah, we going to fight, but baby, don't do me. Don't do me. So anyways, this lady or whatever, I get her, and because her dude tells my youngest daughter before I could even make it across the park, let them fight. When I get over across here, I broke it up. So the lady tell me, this ain't over and I'm getting you. Your daughter, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Woo, woo, woo. I'm fighting with you. This lady meant everything, but the lady is on meth, crack, all kinds of stuff. Like, I wouldn't waste my energy, but if you put your hands on me, this lady went and got 8 people and came back and they jumped me. But it was 3 of them that rushed in the fence on me or whatever, and the fence was open. It was cracked open and they slung it open and rushed in on me. I hear some people coming down the sidewalk, but never in a million years would I think this woman is coming to her ass, because before, mind you, I had then already had the call. The lady came and bust out my front window, everything. I mean, this lady is sick, but I guess she thought she was putting fear in somebody, but she don't know who I am. I don't live that type of life, but I will, baby, listen. And me, I'm generously trying to warn this lady, go on about your business. Because, yeah, my daughter went to getting on her ass, like they go to fighting again or whatever. And my daughter went to getting on her ass, for real though. But she came back around here several times. Like, this lady is, oh my God, relentless bugaboo. Like this, let me tell you. She brought them 8 people back. It was 3 of them rushed in on me. Her daughter stuck her nail in my arm, trying to grab my arm or whatever. A couple of them had socked off on me, but I was trying to hit them back, but I twisted the knob and fell up in the house and slammed the door on her or whatever. So I came up in here, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I had to get them to bring the weapon back, because that was too much and that was too disrespectful. Even though, you know, I didn't call the cops, you know what I'm saying? And I pressed charges on all of them. I said I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to use my... And really, the woman, really it's an insult to me, because even off the streets or whatever, long as, you know what I'm saying, that woman didn't touch me, I wouldn't waste my energy on fighting that type of person. She's not a person that you would even get out of your character for. That lady is horrible. Do you understand me? Some people, if you could avoid them and move on about your life, they're just not worth the fight, really. I wouldn't waste my hands on something like that. That's garbage to me. Like, why would you even bother me? That's sick. But you got to let God take care of people like that. And when I tell you that people messing with me or whatever, like, it's not a playing matter. And I think they think it is, but it really isn't. It's not a playing matter. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. Period. So, anyway, y'all. Long story short, we're going to get on up off of that because I done wasted 25 minutes of my time with that. But I got jumped. The licks they passed wasn't, you know what I'm saying? My I got a knot on the side of my face, but you really can't tell. I slapped her ass in her face with that phone though. The one that didn't keep on starting this old ass, bugaboo ass, evil ass, demonic ass lady. I slapped her ass. They hit me first, but I wouldn't just let them people put hands on me like that without swinging too. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, life goes on or whatever. So I let the police deal with it. I'm not, and I press charges for them even. They keep, and the police, what's so bad about it, they keep catching this woman over here by my house. This lady keep going and getting people and coming back. Like, this is the most ghetto. I have never known this place to be like this. So I went down and spoke to the leasing agent, the office managers, all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling them, like, this is already starting to be really ghetto. Y'all need to line this up and get your folks. I don't know. They say the lady don't even have an apartment over here. She's in a squatter's apartment. An empty apartment back there, her and a nigga sleeping in an empty apartment. Are y'all not checking y'all spots? See who been in these apartments? How they even getting in and all that. Like, y'all need to do some cleaning up around here. So anywho, we gonna go on with the story that I'm about to tell y'all about. This masculine, if you ever slept with this person, I don't know if you probably told this person because they was loosely being involved with people and they thought they was slick, but you knew you could read them. And that was one of the things that this person hated, this karmic masculine, because he need to get himself together, you know, to be the age that he are. This person could be 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Prox. So, whomsoever this person is, you really didn't know them. You was trying to get to know them. Or it could be someone you've been knowing and y'all been back and forth, back and forth. Or they thought you were going to go back and forth, back and forth. Or this could have been someone that you met randomly, because people do meet people randomly and so forth or whatever. But whomever this person is, they tried, they got pissed that you knew who they were. God was showing you who this person was. You seen them in their act. You knew who this person was. For that matter, they was pissed. They thought they was getting ready to run a good game on you. You could have even helped this person in a time of their life where they should have appreciated more or less, but they didn't. They didn't appreciate your help. They went to start trying to attack you behind the scene and destroy you. And also went around trying to figure out your movements to take everything that you was doing and try to use your resources for themselves. They got into your inner circle. This was a person that went up and down your Facebook, studied you, connected with people that you were related to, even some of your children. This is an evil, demonic, sick ass person. And ain't no coming back from that. This person did wrong. And whatever battle they was fighting or seeking to fight, they lost. This person was also trying to take your persona, everything that you did, and try to act like that's who they were. This is how sick and narcissistic this person is. This could be a man, woman, fake friend, cousin, uncle, aunt. These people were really doing this. This don't even have to be no This could have been a cordial relationship. This could have been a family relationship, a friend relationship. This person went and put voodoo on everybody around you, put it on you to even draw you in, pull you in, because otherwise, with the energy and vibration that you have, you wouldn't have never stooped that low to mess with a person as such, because they was off their rockers from the gate. Do you hear me? So this person, if you did meet this person out at a store, at a park, at a friend's, whatever, and you kind of start talking to this person or dealing with this person, and this was someone that you had sex with, possibly, or you might have didn't. This person went to doing too much real quick to where y'all probably didn't even get to have sex. This person went to moving fast in their karmic energy, setting up blockages around you to end you, using everybody around you to end you and put hoodoo, voodoo, all of that on you. This could have even possibly been a family member that may have lived with you that you let go of, and they was mad at the fact of they got out there and they thought they was doing some ugly stuff to you while living with you, wasn't helping pay bills, wasn't doing things right, was really being ugly towards you. You let them go out there and see, and it was just a bunch of haters that linked up together, but these people start using your inner circle to try to against you and to try to take things away that they thought that you was getting given that would cause you to fall or have make you be under them. This person worked hard. This is a sick-minded ass person. I don't care if it was a woman or man. They both operating in that same energy. So this person even possibly could have got inside of your children's head. They got on your Facebook. You did not introduce them to nobody around you. They took upon themselves to work they jelly to get acquainted with people they thought that knew you and was close to you. They're going to hell. Now, it ain't no coming back from this. This person could be trying to practice witchcraft and voodoo and hoodoo, or paying somebody to do. But you're not. You at the point of say you above it, and you're not going to deal with this person. And it's something they need to understand. You know what they have done. This person even put a life insurance policy on you, could have possibly used one of your children, was sleeping with one of your children. If not, they were sleeping with somebody in your family, somebody, and this could have been a man or a woman. This person get down and dirty. This is a sick-minded person. So this person got inside these people's head. These people was giving this person money, resources, all that. They thought they was gonna break you down to your lowest compound. This